going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you've been watching my channel for a while now when it comes to Battlefield 2042, you know that, for Season 5, I'm excited, don't get me wrong. I enjoy what I saw, but at the end of the day, I think me and a lot of others as well are more, anticipating what the future holds for the overall franchise. Should we expect a year 2? How's the next Battlefield game going? What we should just overall expect. And they've been kind of letting us down bit by bit. No, not really with Season 5. They're letting us know tons of information, but I don't think anybody really has a clue about where Battlefield 2042 is going to be heading after Season 5. But ladies and gentlemen, finally, after some time, DICE has come out and gave us some extremely insane information that, once again, will probably leave you guys, and definitely me, very, very happy. But, ladies and gentlemen, before we go ahead and hop into the topic of today's video, if you do enjoy what you hear today, and you want to hear some more content revolving around Call of Duty, Battlefield, X-Defiant, other FPS games like that, don't forget to go ahead and subscribe and hit that notification button. And also, we will be live today over on Kick, so if you guys want to check that out, the stream will probably go live around 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Time. I have links to all my socials down in the description of this video. All right, ladies and gentlemen, now, as promised, yes, this is some massive news. As you can see right here, Season 6 has been officially confirmed for Battlefield 2042. Yes, this is not a joke. DICE has come out and confirmed that after Season 5, we are definitely going to be seeing Season 6. And we're going to be actually getting some more information about it. Probably midway through Season 5? So, honestly, sooner than later, or I guess sooner than expected, a lot of us expected, we are going to be seeing what will be coming in the future of this overall game. Not just content-wise, but just the overall experience itself. Realistically, like I said, I was a tad bit worried, especially when they told us the direction that they're going to start pushing the weapons. Again, I'm all for it. I said it a million times in the last video I made for it, but at the end of the day, I was a tad bit scared because when DICE typically does something like this, it doesn't go as smooth as everybody expects it to. I don't know how everybody still thinks it's going to be a very smooth process, if we didn't have the time, of course, because history has proven to us that, these things aren't anything that's smooth. It's going to take a ton of time, a lot of work, a lot of effort, and a lot of community feedback to get these weapons completely polished off in a perfect way. But now seeing that we are going to have, yes, 110% extra time, we are going to have developer support on Battlefield 2042 longer than Season 5, I am not worried whatsoever about this change. Yeah, I'm still going to stress that the meta is going to overly change to like SMGs and stuff like that because they'll still have, no bloom and none of the stuff that they're working on the ARs with. But at the end of the day, since it's more time, that means everything is going to get overhauled. Everything's going to get worked on. And it's going to be a process that, again, might take some time. It might take a bit. But I think that we can push through and enjoy it. Again, not everybody enjoys Battlefield 2042. Not everybody wants to play Battlefield 2042. And that's fine. A lot of people want Battlefield 2042 to die right now. Just because they don't enjoy the game. And again, that's fair. I'm sure you guys have already moved on to different titles and stuff of that sort. And regardless, at the end of the day, if you're waiting for a Battlefield game, you have to wait a year to 2 years for it to release anyways. At least for the people who are kind of enjoying the experience or do completely enjoy the experience, you will have support to keep you pumping and keep you enjoying this experience until the next Battlefield game is going to go ahead and launch. Maybe not all the way up until that launch time, but at least we have confirmed support that they are going to just work on the title. This is something that is just fantastic in my opinion, and I honestly didn't expect EA to really take this approach. I have to be real with you guys. EA has been absolutely nailing it recently. I always used to say, who's worse, Activision or EA? And of course, I'm going to leave that to you guys down in the comment section. It's all opinion-based. But at the end of the day, I really feel like EA has been just coming out on top. This whole year has been just nothing but, honestly, pretty decent bangers. They have been publishing and releasing really solid games out the gate, not having to take a year plus of support. They have turned around Battlefield 2042 a decent amount and allowed the support to continue. Again, keep in mind, I don't think this is a decision for DICE to go ahead and make. This is a decision for EA if they want to fund this game or if they want to stop funding this game. So realistically, the developers could absolutely love what they're doing. They could want to push on and then, they can keep wanting to do what they're doing right now with like the weapons, for example. That's clearly something the developers are passionate about. They want to change it around for the overall community. But just because they're passionate about it doesn't mean EA is going to want to push through with it, which, once again, was one of my main concerns. What happens if, we're halfway through this thing and EA just cuts the development totally of what's going on, and now we have a completely half-assed game again when it was already, semi-fine in the first place. But they have allowed us to extend upon Battlefield 2042, to extend on the universe. And that makes me happy, especially when I heard about the leaks and news a little while ago. I made a video about it, about how they're going to continue the YouTube series to give it a little bit more backstory, a little bit more lore. I didn't believe it at first because they haven't done anything, nor have they mentioned anything else, since that point. But now, again, hearing that we are extending the time of Battlefield 2042, and more than likely we're going to be seeing support maybe for a year or two, that's more than enough time for their team to go ahead and put together something really nice. Again, we have lost some good souls, but at the end of the day, the story can still continue. And if they do it in a good enough way, it can add not love to the specialist, obviously, but it can make them a little bit more, we will care about them more. We'll want to play as them. We'll understand who they are. What are their motives? We can connect. That's the word I'm looking for. We can connect with the characters more. At the end of the day, I don't think the idea of having these specialists is a bad idea. I think they're just implemented incorrectly. I hate that it's 1,000,001 of them on a battlefield. If they were pickups, something that you find on the map and then you turn it into that specialist, that would be fantastic. Or even like, Star Wars Battlefront, 2, where you can save up points by playing the game, playing objective, getting kills, and when you get a certain amount of points, you can call in one of the specialists, and you can pick who you want, what you want to do, and if it's too many specialists on the field, you can't pick it yet, you have to wait, or, if there's no specialists on the field, you can use those points to go ahead and unlock that specialist. I feel like that could be best for the future. But again, even with that type of system, we need a backstory. We need to understand who they are. We don't care about them. And if we don't care about them, they will never fit into the universe. I just hope, again, in the future, they do bring back the traditional class system. We have a bunch of regular soldiers running around, which we can customize, we can deck out, we can buy skins, and then, have these power-up specialists that you can use with getting extra points. That would actually work well with, the squad goal system that they have now, which we used to have in Battlefield 5, but that would actually work pretty nicely, transferring it over to, using points for a specialist. But back to what I was saying originally. I gotta thank EA, seriously. I mean, they have been scummy for a very long time, and they still are scummy, don't get me wrong. But recently, they have definitely taken a leap in the right direction, the correct direction, right? Because we still look at Activision, we look at their games, and I guess Diablo 4 is absolutely fire. Didn't Activision publish that one out? I'm pretty positive. I never really played too many of the Diablo games, so of course, correct me in the comment section if I'm incorrect. I heard that game is really good. But, Overwatch 2, they just canceled the PvE. That got butchered. Call of Duty is getting absolutely butchered. My goodness. What has Activision done correctly recently? I would love to know besides Diablo 4. Maybe I need to make sure I say besides that game. But what has Activision truthfully done correctly? And what have they recovered out of, their franchises like COD? Nothing. They don't even try to purposely turn it around. EA said, okay, cut the Battle Royale out of it. Give them an extra year to allow them to build up the game to be semi-like Battlefield. And now we're getting extra seasons after the first initial year that is going to continue the game and allow the developers to keep panning it out and trying to perfect it more. They could have easily just said, yeah, psych, we're cutting it. Or they could have easily just kept it as a BR in the beginning phase. But it's almost like they kind of understand the concept of what Battlefield's supposed to be, but they're still caught in between wanting to chase the trends. The next Battlefield game is truly going to tell if EA has changed or if they haven't changed. I'm telling you right now, that is going to be the deciding factor because they're doing a lot of good stuff right now. They're lining up tons of good things. But if the next Battlefield game comes out and either the main selling point is a Battle Royale, or 2, the game launches and the core experience is trash and it launches with a side mode like Battle Royale, then we know their intentions are not there correctly. But if they release the next Battlefield game and it is a good core Battlefield game, I'm not talking about bugs, I'm not talking about glitch, I'm talking about down to the core. Does it feel like Battlefield? If they can nail that, if they get it good and then afterwards branch out to a Battle Royale, I won't get mad. I don't care if they chase trends. I don't care if they want to get in on the BR bag. Who cares? I just want the base game to be good. I say the same thing for COD. I don't care if we have a Battle Royale in COD. Who cares? As long as the base game is good, you guys can enjoy whatever you want. But the base version of COD is suffering year after year after year as they only focus on the BR experience, which is disgusting, and it's the reason why a lot of us are pissed off. Battlefield has to be able to go in that direction. They have to make sure the core game is good and then branch out if they want to do so. But at the end of the day, seriously, thank you, EA. Thank you for allowing us to have a little bit more time with this game, a little bit more support. And again, this is a good thing, not just for, people who want to, get content out of the game, even though that's going to be fantastic. Because let's be real here, the game doesn't have that much base content to begin with. A lot of the time, they've been reworking the base maps, and they've been just adding in portal weapons instead of adding in new weapons, even though they added in new weapons on the occasion. At the end of the day, this will just start adding in good new content. We don't have to worry about any more remakes. We don't have to worry about the game, trying to have a comeback. We're there, and now we can focus on just getting fresh new stuff in. But again, like I said, that's not the only reason this is good. One of the main reasons is the community can continue to work with the new developers, the newcomers who are trying to learn Battlefield, and just keep working with them via feedback, obviously, and help them, guide them partially with, how we, the community, enjoy a good classic Battlefield game. Again, you'll have to come to the understanding that Battlefield 2042 will never be like something like Battlefield 4 or Battlefield 3. They're two completely different games, and down to the foundation, it's already done. You have to wait for the next Battlefield game for that. But if you're okay with just, watching it improve, watching the developers improve, and watching them, get really good at designing these type of games, then yeah, this is going to be fantastic for pretty much everybody across the board. But ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much for checking out this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like button. If you hate it, leave a dislike. Also, for brand new, enjoy the content, subscribe and that notification button. Also, want to chat with this to where you do so. I have Twitter and Discord, both in the description. And also want to catch me live streams of video games over on Twitch. Link those in the description as well. But guys, thanks so much for tuning in. See you on the next one. Peace out.